1K Phew is an important artist, and I think once people can wrap their heads around what he's doing, like, he's gonna have a great impact. Phew writes with the heart of David, you know, but if you expect this John Piper level of theology, then I think you'll miss his brilliance. You know, Phew speaks the gospel language in a tongue that's native to the streets, and that's why at Reach we really feel like there's a bright future for him, and we really see him as an important figure in both, you know, the hip-hop community at large and the Christian hip-hop community specifically.
That was VP of Marketing Marcus Hollinger for Reach Records. And Phew, he said that you are a street legend, that you preach the street gospel, and that you've been through some other things. I think one of the pieces that I love the most is when he said, you speak with the tongue of David, but if people are expecting the theology of Piper, they're gonna miss you because you say it in a new way. How'd you feel about that, man?
Man, I feel like he hit the nail right on the head. Like, I feel like that's exactly how I'm coming, and I feel like people, they gonna receive me, they just didn't know how to receive me. And I feel like me telling my story more allowed them to connect with me and allowed them to feel like they know me more. Because at first they ain't know me. It's like you coming in, you rapping, but yeah, your music's straight, but we don't know who you are.
Right.
You feel me? So I feel like people can finally connect with me and they know who I am now.
Yeah, well, it's one of the reasons I fell in love with your music, man, even before we knew each other, because I'm from the east side of Atlanta too. Mm-hmm. So I know what that's about, right?
It's not a gang sign, people.
Right,
a lot of people think it's a gang sign or something bad. No, it's just the east side.
That's east side right there. Listen, before we kick into this episode, this is a greater story, so I want to welcome everybody into it. Shout out to the Reach Records family. We see you, we're for you. And shout out to the A Greater Story audience. We love you as well. We are here with an incredible artist, 1K Phew, ladies and gentlemen, which I'm sure you already know. He is from the east side of Atlanta, critically acclaimed. I feel like I need to say first. You've been all around the world. You got a brand new album out, and we're here to talk about it right now. Before we go into that, we kick the show every time off with a song. Throw to your single.
Man, this is the one and only How We Coming. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Camden Bench on the beat. He a crazy producer.
Yeah.
Salute to my brother, what up, RG. Salute to my brother, Ty Brazzle. Two heavy hitters in our, in our culture and in the game, period. You feel me? So salute to them. It's just we all got together, created a huge vibe, and this song is really about, like, you can be a Christian, you can be a child of God and still have swag. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people they get the Christian title and they just scared to express themselves. They just begin to act like robots and like act like they just perfect and stuff. But I just want people to know, like, you can be yourself, you can have swag and still represent God. Because at the end of the day, that's what God wants. You know what I'm saying? He want the strong and he want the bold. You know what I'm saying? To represent him. And like that's just what it is.
We'll be back.
I got a sweet life for real, no Zach and Cody. So we got on my side, we Shaq and Kobe. And I still don't be sleeping, but I be cozy. They gon' do what we doing, cause they be nosy. Like the police, yeah. Never gon' say the sky the limit. Tryna be heaven bound, had to go pick my right exhibit. Look at my brand new crown, remember them nights on South to shine. Pray we make it safe and sound. So if you hear a little slang, that's that A-town. I'm in church and ball, man. Please don't try to false claim. 1KF and no shame, it's a gangland. Poppin' lights with champagne, tryna do the right thing. Few IG and time, man, yo. You know how we coming, homie. How we coming, homie. I got all this flavor, homie. From the one and only. You know how we coming, baby. How we coming, baby. Coolin' and we never shaded. Just been living lately.
You know how we coming,
Homie.
Man, I'm so glad we were able to play that video so you guys that are watching could see it, and the folks that are listening, you were able to hear it. That's the breakout single from your brand new project, What's Understood.
Yes, right? Sir. Yes, sir.
Man, how do you feel? It's been 2 years that you've been on Reach Records. You've been all around the world. You've been in movies. What's up?
Man, it's surreal. It's just a great feeling. I mean, I'm grateful to just to have people around me that want to see me win. You feel me? I don't take that for granted at all. They can easily, like, people can easily be like, man, I'm straight. Like, I ain't gonna help him. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna help him rise up. Like, I'm straight. I'm good. You feel me? And I'm grateful that it's just I got supportive people around me, and I definitely can feel the growth. I can feel what God is doing in my life, and I'm thankful.
Well, man, you know, we say around here all the time that when your story connects to God's story, it leads to a greater story. And one of the reasons that we named it this was because I feel like there's a power in story. That when people can look into somebody else's story that's doing great things for the kingdom, they can pinpoint where they are. Oh, Phew did that. I think I need to do that too. And what I love about your story is that we are getting ready to witness it. We're able to witness it as it's going, and now we're like right in the middle of this thing right now. Take us into where you are at this point in your journey. How you been feeling? What have you been learning? What's been some of your highs? What's been some of your lows?
I mean, I just been learning a lot. I mean, I've been learning. The main thing I've been learning is no matter like how far I get, like I haven't made it. Like I haven't just arrived at where I want to be at. Another thing I learned, just having a strong, like, my relationship with God is like very important, and it's important that you have that like strong connection with God, because it's easy like to like get off track. It's easy to get distracted.
Right.
It's easy to feel discouraged. Like it's easy to lose motivation and just everything. Like just and me being a creative, it's like I gotta be in a certain space to even create. You feel me? So I just learned how to block out all the negative things and just think about all the positive. You feel me? And the positive always outweigh the negative. And I'm not saying everything's just perfect, but because it's never gonna be perfect. But I just learned how to outweigh the goods and the bads, and just allow the goods to lead the bad. So I won't, cause you know, if you walk, say you walk into a room and you just bring a negative vibe into the room, like you don't know if that's gonna rub off on other people or not. You feel me? And I don't want my fans to have a negative vibe. Like I don't want my supporters to have no negative vibe. So I just make sure no matter what I'm going through, I just still allow my light to shine through me, because I want God to be speaking through me, just to tell them that no matter what you're going through, you can still shine your light no matter what. Like you're not your situation. You feel me? Like we all brought here for a reason, so we just gotta fulfill our purpose.
I feel like your new nickname is Reverend Phew.
Yeah.
Rev, right? That's what we call it. I won't call you that. Yo, what's been some of your highs this year and over the past 2 years?
Past 2 years, definitely being getting engaged. That's a definitely.
We gotta talk about that. Don't give us too much, but we're gonna talk about it. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, man. Just the different opportunities I've been receiving, like Passion, like being at Passion.
I was there.
Yeah, that was crazy. Like that's my first time at Passion ever, and that's crazy. It's just my first time at a lot of places. I hit the stage, like my first time at Passion, my first time at Birthday Bash, my first time car and bike shows. It's just I'm grateful, bro. Like my first time on tour was with Lecrae. Like it's just all my first is like big, so I'm definitely grateful for that.
Hold on, we got to go back, because I was in the audience when you came out at Passion, and I didn't know you were gonna be there. Right. Lecrae was there doing a concert, and he opened his show with Hammer Time. Blackout in the room. First of all, I know Brad Jones over at Passion, who was hosting, and he said Lecrae is in the building, right? And then the crowd went, ah! Yeah. And the blackout, and all I heard was Hammer Time. I was like, oh snap! And then I seen you ran out. I was like, oh my! What was that feeling for you?
That feeling was crazy. First off, Craig didn't even tell me I was performing. Like I was just coming, like to be with bro. Like you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to support bro. You feel me? And just being with him. And we about to get on stage. He get mic'd up. He said, hey, Phew, you trying to do Hammer Time? And I'm like, yeah, let's get it. I mean, but it was just, that just shows you how, like what type of person Craig is. Like he's like he always wants to share his spotlight. Like, he don't always want the spotlight to himself. Like he's not afraid to like share like his platform with like his with others, and that's the main thing I respect about him, because he's not a selfish person at all. So I respect that.
Well, something that was amazing to me was after you got done with Hammer Time and you and RG walked off stage, he said, introducing the newest artist at Reach Records. And for those that are out there that don't know what Passion is, it's a college movement that is founded by Louis Giglio, and it was in what used to be the Georgia Dome, which is now the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And I don't know, what, 40,000, 20,000 folks?
Something like that, something crazy.
It was a football stadium filled with young college-age Christians, and they were shouting.
Going crazy.
And Lecrae says, introducing the newest artist. You're getting all types of moments like this. What happens in your head when stuff like that happens, man?
That was wild because right before we went on, Craig was telling me at RG, he was like, this is when I first announced KB and Andy.
Yeah.
And when he said that, I was like, oh man, just knowing what KB and Andy is.
Wait, hold on.
Like that's.
He said, "This is when I announced."
This is when I first announced KB and Andy.
And now he's announcing 1K Phew.
That's crazy. Like, and that was just surreal right there. Just him saying that and me being in that space. Cause like 4 years ago, like, I would have never imagined me being in that space. So that just tells you, like, that shows you, like.
Wait, go back. What does that mean? What do you mean you would have never imagined?
I would never even imagine, like, cause my music was so different, bro. Like, I ain't even gonna say no names, but I used to submit my music to some websites, some Christian websites. And they would say, nah, bro, your music too urban. We can't even post it. Like, hold
on for a second. We got to lean in. They said your music was too urban. It was
too urban. Like, it was just too urban. I don't know. I had literally no idea. But at the time, it was like, yeah, man, your music too urban. We can't support this. We can't get behind this. And now I'm the headline of most of those sites. And and that's what I'm saying. It's crazy. It's crazy how God can turn the page so quick because you never know what God had planned. Like, you can't mess up God's plan.
You about to make me cry, man. I'm sitting here. This is why we have a greater story, and we love to be in partnership with Reach Records and have moments like this, man, because this is a moment we get to say, wow, from you're too urban to now God moving in that situation, and the sites that rejected you are now accepting you.
Right. Not only accepting me, I'm talking about I'm taking over the whole site. It's Phew week on the site. You know what I'm saying? And
what does that make you feel about God?
He can do anything, bro. Like, God is in control of everything, bro. Period. And it's like you gotta keep your faith in Him and nobody else. It's like you can't get discouraged. It's like when they turned me down from the West, I ain't let that discourage me. I just kept going. I just kept going harder. Kept going harder and harder. And I seen the vision. Like I seen the vision at a young age. So I just kept going and kept trusting God, kept praying, and kept my relationship strong. And if you faithful to Him, He gonna be faithful to you.
Reverend Phew, ladies and gentlemen. But listen, we're getting ready to go to another song, and then when we come back, we're gonna talk about the album. But before we go into that, define street gospel for me, because I know that's what the VP Marcus Hollinger said with marketing. He said if people could understand what Phew's doing, I think they would really get into it. What does that mean? Because that's the sound of this new album.
Street gospel, I feel like it's basically gospel without tradition. I'm bringing the same vibes. I mean, I got the Holy Spirit all through me. You feel me? Like, I grew up in the church. Like, my mother, my father, God-fearing people, my sister. Like, I just always been around it. I just didn't always live it. You feel me? And it's always been in me, but I haven't always like lived it. So the certain situations I've been through like allowed me to open my eyes and realize, man, if I keep going this way, I'm either be dead or in jail. So that's when I really picked up my relationship and put it over religion and really became a child of God. No matter where I was, no matter what day it was, just kept walking like in His purpose. You feel me, for my life.
That's right.
And I feel like I got a certain light. I got a different light to shine like to the streets. You feel me? Like I feel like the streets gonna accept me a little easier because I understand them. Like, I understand the culture. I understand where they stand, and I don't judge. You feel me? I'm not quick to judge anybody because I know what I've been through.
That's right.
So that's my main goal, man. Like, just to shine my light in dark places and go places where people are often scared to go. But I mean, I just got favor on my life. I'm thankful to God gave me a certain amount of favor, and I can go plenty of places where people wouldn't even dream of going, and being an influence to others. And that's my main thing. I just want to influence others. Wow.
So a song that takes us in the street gospel well from the new project is Golden Ticket. What in the world did you tap into? Introduce that song. Tell us the meaning behind it, and then we'll throw to it.
Man, that song is crazy. Salute that boy Igami, one of the producers. he go crazy on the beat. But I just heard that beat, and it just came out to me like, certain songs have a different process. It takes me a certain time to sit with songs, and because I want them to be perfect now. Like, I'm in the stage of my career, it's like my songs gotta be perfect. Like,
right.
And that song, it was just I just flew. Like, I was just was
Man,
flowing.
I've never heard you like that.
That was crazy. Like that was just crazy, bro.
I love that line you said. They don't know how to survive at the bottom.
They don't know how to survive at the bottom. It's like people take for granted that they up so much. The moment they get down one time, they want to blame everybody. Like they don't know how to survive at the bottom. It's like the bottom was made me who I am today, and I don't regret any of my past. I wouldn't go back and change anything because I feel like everything I went through got me here today. So it's like I just that's all that was. I feel like people take for granted that they up so long that one time God wants to test them and put them at the bottom. That's when they start complaining and losing faith.
We got to go to Golden Ticket. We'll be back. Man, wow. I've never heard you flow like that on a song.
Man, it just came out.
Who are some of your musical inspirations, man?
Just the whole Atlanta movement. It's just when I was coming up at a young age, I seen Outkast, I seen Ludacris, T.I., like people like that on BET. I used to sneak and watch BET and MTV because my folks wouldn't let me watch stuff like that. But I soaked into it and I was so impressed and I was just so mesmerized of it. And I just fell in love ever since then, especially Outkast. Like that was just a big influence. And Andre 3000, like he's just a huge influence on just how to be creative and be yourself and still make dope music. So I just always been a fan of dope music. Not only rap either, like just dope music. Like, you know what I'm saying? All genres. I don't submit myself to one genre.
What does dope mean? Just for the folks out there that don't know.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely not what you think it means. But it's just good. It's just great music. Like, really great music.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Listen, man, I got to say this. I know we're off topic. We're going to talk about the album. I love having you on this show because these are the stories that people don't know.
This is number 3.
What'd you say?
This is the 3rd time. It's number 3.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, and we really are friends and brothers off the camera. Yes, and I think that's what makes it cool because we come from the same place. But it's interesting to me, man, because in mainstream Christianity, I think these are the stories that are missing. Mm-hmm. And so when you have a narrative that's been painted for certain folks that may come from where we come from or even where you come from that speak the way you speak, dress the way you dress, have the style of music that you have. And there's just a misunderstanding because the stories are not told.
Right.
And it's amazing to see God working through somebody like you. So again, I just got to say why I'm excited about that. Let's talk about the album.
Man, the album, man, what's understood. I mean, this is definitely one of my biggest album up to date.
Yeah.
I would definitely say
100%.
It's just the support has just been crazy.
Yeah.
Like the fans are loving it, the supporters are loving it. Like
what was the phrase? Now I had it, but what was it that it was the lead marketing phrase?
Well, a lot of people say what's understood ain't gotta be explained, but you know, everybody ain't got common sense. You feel me? So sometimes you got it's time for explanation.
It's time for an explanation. What does that mean? Well, I guess you just said it.
It's time for explanation. It's like a lot of things going without being said, like especially in the church culture, and I don't got to go into that too depth, but it's like when somebody like me comes into church and they look at me sideways, but if somebody else different comes into church, they embrace them. So it's just time to get that out there. It's time for that message. It's time for people that look like me to come in church and they're like, oh, it's like 1K Phew. Like, that ain't my first time seeing that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe when somebody sees somebody like me, they don't think negative. They think, oh, he can be a believer. You feel me? So
that's huge, man, because the Bible talks about, in the end, right, that all nations, all tribes, every color, every person from every background will be accepted. We will all be one. I love the story of the Good Samaritan that talks about the Jew and the Samaritan embracing each other when in that time, historically, they did not embrace each other. And what you're saying is it's time for the walls to come down.
It's time.
It's time. You might get me excited. Reverend Phew. Okay. All right, man. Tell us about the album. Take us into the sound. How did you pick the songs? How did you pick the producers? What's your writing process like? What should we take away? All that.
My writing process is basically I just try to come up with as many songs as I can and just pick my favorites and just get around the people whose ear I trust and just allow them to pick the ones they think are the strongest. And it came together so well. It's like all the features, like those are my friends. Like those are not just artists Like those are my legit friends, like RG, Ty, KB, Paris, no big deal. Like those are my people. Like, I talk to them.
Yeah.
You feel me? So
now I had never heard of Ty before, but it was. I mean,
Ty goes crazy.
First of all,
man.
he's white. He's a white man.
Yeah. That's a lot of my friends. A lot of my friends told me that when they saw the video. I was like, bro, I did not know Ty was white, bro. Bro, he going crazy. I'm like, yeah, bro, that's
Ty
my boy.
can rap.
He going crazy.
Shout out to Ty.
Crazy. Ty Brazel, man. Shout out to the whole 4 Against 5 movement. But yeah, it's just time, and our generation just rising up, and the next generation is here.
Mm-hmm. So take us back into the album. Tell us about the songs again. So you got What Up RG on it, KB on it, Ty Brazel, all that. What was that process like working with those guys?
Man, it was crazy. It was amazing. It was like nothing felt forced. It's like every time I sent a song out, they was rocking with it. So it's like when they brought it back, you can hear it in their verse. Like they really gave it they all. Like they were like, cause if you ain't really rocking with a song, you're not really the vibe's not always gonna be the same.
That's right.
Or you're not even gonna do it. Period. You feel me? So I'm just grateful for all of them. Like just taking their time out and going crazy on their free time.
Talk to us about the collaboration with KB, because I think this was your first collaboration with KB.
First collaboration with KB.
Wow, tell us about that. What was that like? How did y'all get
crazy.
together? Shout out to KB.
I thought he wasn't gonna do it because the tour coming up and stuff. So I'm like, he got a lot of stuff, and I don't know if I think he's working on the project. I'm not really sure. I ain't gonna spill the beans on him. But I was just grateful. Like he literally sent his verse back probably like a week and a half before the release date. And
so y'all homies,
crazy.
y'all good friends.
Yeah, that's my boy. Like, he want to see me win. Like that's
Wait, okay, I got to dive into that. Talk to us about that. KB wants to see you win.
Yeah, he wants to see me win. It's like he sees the importance of my presence in the culture. You feel me? And I just appreciate his presence. And he's definitely one of the people I look up to. So I mean he's like a big brother. Like we had many times that we chopped it up. So
come on, listen, we got to go to the KB song. You got to
throw
to it.
Got to.
Before we go there, when we come back, we're gonna talk about the 116 tour.
116 tour, Unashamed Forever.
Throw to that song for us.
Hey man, salute to my boy Kardak, man. He crazy with the beats, man. On the producing side, man. Salute to him. Salute to my boy Paris. Salute to my boy KB. And Chief finna come back soon. He finna come back. Y'all better be ready. Y'all better not give him no cap.
Here we go. We'll be back. Sitting here with 1K Phew talking about the new album, What's Understood. What are you saying there? What is that?
Jesus finna come back soon.
Finna come. He is coming back.
He coming.
Finna come back soon. Finna come back. People need to know that. Now they're gonna be screaming. He's dancing, ladies and gentlemen, if you are not watching. 116 is going on tour.
Going on tour. The boys are back in town.
Who's gonna be on the tour? Andy Mineo.
You got Andy Mineo. You got Lecrae. You got Tadashi. You got KB. You got Trip. You got Gavi. You got What Up RG. And you got the one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend.
Who?
1,000 Phew.
You will be on the tour. Listen, a long time coming. How long did it take for y'all to do this, man?
Oh, this has been in the works for a minute. I understand, but we know me being so new. I don't really know the details. But yeah, just talking with them. They've been trying to get this together for a minute.
I'm gonna tell you, man. The fans of 116 and Reach Records, we are excited, man.
Man, I'm too excited.
We are so excited about this. This is a moment in Christianity.
Big moment.
This is huge.
Yeah.
Y'all had a dinner. It was all over Instagram. All of y'all was sitting together. What was happening at that dinner? Take us into that. What were y'all eating? What were the conversations?
Man, they had her eating this bougie food. I ain't even know. I couldn't spell nothing I was eating. Like I didn't for real. I couldn't pronounce nothing I was eating.
They had y'all eating caviar, man.
Man,
what was y'all?
Man, I don't know what I was eating. I was like, man, me and RG went to cookout after. I was like, bro, we gotta go get something to eat, bro.
You and RG are wild.
For real, bro. But nah, it was a good little vibe. It was a good vibe. Like I was really, we was around legends, bro. It was crazy. Like just hearing them, hearing the conversation they was having and just different stories we got put in on different stories. It was a great moment. I'm thankful for that moment.
Can you tell us one of the stories? I know something behind closed doors.
One of the stories,
or something that was said that you always walk away with.
Well, one thing we was doing, we was having top 5 dead or alive rappers. Who was your favorite rapper? And it was interesting seeing like my generation top 5 and Dave's generation top 5. So
give us up.
Well, my top 5s, I said T.I.
Yeah.
I put Ludacris in my top 5 because he was a big influence on me.
Yeah. Luda was big.
Andre 3000.
3 Stacks.
My personal top, I gotta put Future in there.
Yeah. Well, you got a lot of influence of Future on you. What about some of their top 5?
Like they were saying stuff like Tupac.
Yeah.
I love Tupac too, but I'm young, but I can't act like I was just around then.
Right.
I mean, like I just knew, because I don't. But I heard some of his stuff.
Pac
but
was extremely
I
epic.
definitely love Tupac.
Yeah.
But
let me ask you this. This is a deep question, but I think you'll be able to answer it. There are some people that's listening that when you start having the conversation about mainstream rap, you go, well, y'all listening to that? Y'all come talk to us about the difference in learning from somebody and from their craft and not necessarily embracing
what they're talking about. And
what
they're doing.
Talk about that.
I mean, it's just art. I'm a fan of art. Like I look at the art perspective of it. Like I don't really just what they saying and how they living. I mean, I'm listening and as a composer. You feel me? So
as a composer, that's a good word right there.
Yes, sir. I've been hanging around you too much. But yeah, I mean, just being a fan, and I ain't gonna say just them, like cross movement too. Like when I was younger, like in middle school.
Shout out to the Truth.
Cause yeah, man, the Ambassador. Hello, the Tonic. Hello, somebody. But they was just a huge influence on me. Like, cause one thing with me, I started off with CHH. Like my sister, she introduced me that like at a young age.
Nice.
But I kind of like when I got in middle school and high school, I kind of got exposed to the street and what was going on, and I kind of veered off track from that. And then I came back to it. So that's how I came up on it.
What are y'all expecting on this 116 tour, man? What do you expect to see? It's gonna be packed.
It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. The fact that we're doing churches this time, like I love the fact that we're doing churches. Like it's
why y'all doing churches?
I mean, I don't really know why they're doing churches this time, but I appreciate them doing churches just to show the fan. Cause you know, it's been a lot of talk that 116 was trying to
get away from the church.
Get away from the church and go mainstream and stuff. But now it's like I love the church. I do church shows all the time. Like I really do church shows more than any other.
Yeah,
I just love the church, and I feel like it's important to do churches. Anyway, well, for me, because I want to show, I'm saying, the youth that, hey, we like you got me, y'all got me. You feel me? Y'all not alone. I'm saying I'm rocking with y'all.
That's right. So. But it seems it's great because it seems like it's called the Unashamed tour, based on Romans, I believe.
Yes, sir.
Is that Romans
1:16?
That's right. And it seems like going back to the church is symbolic, where it all started. We're going back there and let you know we're still unashamed for the gospel. I gotta throw to a song. It's called Lights.
Lights.
Tell me about that.
Shimmer. Them ain't the word. I'm talking about shimmer. Flicker.
Yeah.
Nah, that was a big track too. I mean a big moment for me too.
Yeah.
Just getting on that with the fam, like the whole 116 fam. And like them just embracing me and being a part. You feel me? And that was just a big moment of my whole career. And I don't know, man, that song is that every time I hear it, I remember that space I was in.
That's
like
right.
Just remembering, like, oh man, like this is crazy.
And it was Tadashi, Lecrae, Trip, Andy, you,
RG.
Yeah,
it was wild.
This is Lights by 116. We'll be back. So the interview is coming to an end. I'm sad about it. But it's all good because as soon as this is over, they got to go listen to the album.
They got to.
What's understood? It's time for an explanation.
It's time for it.
It's available everywhere on Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal?
Everywhere.
Everywhere music is sold and can be streamed. As we get ready to close, let's go a little personal. You're engaged.
Yes, sir. Got on one knee and found me a Cinderella.
Now, you proposed where? At
Praise in the Park.
Praise in the Park. How many folks?
Well, it's Praise in the Zoo now. Every time I go, it's Praise in the Zoo. So we going crazy. But nah, that was crazy.
How many folks was out there, man?
Shoot, probably about I don't know, 10,000 or something.
Yeah, it was packed. You got
Something
down on
crazy.
your knee
Yeah.
after Show Love? Was it after Show Love?
It was during Show Love. Yeah, during Show Love. And it was just crazy. I was probably more nervous than she was.
Really?
Yeah, because I mean, I'm on stage all the time, but I ain't never
Yeah.
like proposed before. I got down on the wrong knee, put the ring on the wrong finger, like going like just too excited. But yeah, that was a real big moment for me in my life, and it felt so good, like just knowing it. Like just after, I felt too good.
So can the streets fall in love?
I feel like they can.
Talk to us about that.
It's kind of hard for the street to find love because everybody says no love in the streets or whatever. But I feel like if it's the right person, if it's real genuine, and y'all got real deal history, and you can trust, you know what I'm saying, that person. I mean, I feel like it's a no-brainer.
What made you propose? What was the moment? It was like, you know what? It's time.
I mean, I like what you did there. But now, well, me and my girl, we've been rocking for like 8 years now, so it's like, like you say, it was time for it, and what better person to do it with her? I mean, I feel like she had my best interest. Like, she puts up with me the best. Like, she knows me better than anybody, and I just didn't want to go, like, looking for that. Like, when I didn't have to.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I'm blessed to have somebody that's been in my corner. Like, she's seen the whole process. Like, and I'm just blessed to have her.
What do you mean when you say she puts up with you?
Man, just certain stuff.
What does it mean
like,
to put up with you?
Like, just certain stuff, because I'm crazy. Like,
we all a little crazy behind closed doors, right?
Just a little bit. And she just knows how to put up with me. Like, she knows, like, even when I'm like having a bad day or whatever, like, she knows.
You have bad days?
Yeah, man. Yes.
Wow.
And she just knows like what to do, like what to say. Like I just appreciate everything she do. She cook for me, like she can cook. Like she, like I don't know, man. It's a beautiful thing.
Well, man, as we get ready to close, I have to ask you this question: what's on your heart now? Because you've been all around the world now, and you're getting ready to go back again with 116.
Back on that road.
You know, you've experienced a lot of cultures. You've seen things. You've talked to folks. It's interesting to me because you got a lot of friends that came from where you came from. A lot of folks in the streets that love you and love what you do. You represent them, but at the same time, you are now in mainstream Christianity. And what is on your heart now?
Man, the main thing is on my heart is to not change up. Like well, let me switch that. Not cause I mean when you go to a different level, like you supposed to change for the better.
Yeah.
You feel me? But just never change my heart. I had the same heart that I came in with, and just my mindset is just more mature now. You feel me? I feel like when I first came in, I was just trying to do well. My main thing was just doing well. But now I feel like my main thing is just keep my relationship with God strong, keep my relationship with like the people around me strong. Like I wanna feed my family for real. And that's my main thing. I just wanna make sure my family's good. I wanna make sure the people around me is good and feeling encouraged. I wanna make sure that like my friends around me are not just seeing me succeed, but are succeeding with me. And I don't know, man. I just wanna see a greater difference and tell the greater story.
Wow. Can you pray for us?
Let's get it.
Yeah.
Thank God for this opportunity. Thank God for my brother. Thank God for this whole session. Thank God for this interview. God, I pray that everyone that sees this interview will hear you and not me. I pray they'll feel you and not me.
Yeah.
God, I pray that everywhere I go, I pray that everywhere Sam goes, I pray that your presence will follow, Lord God. I pray that everyone that sees this interview will get encouraged and have enough strength to step out and do what they're called to do and live their purpose and walk their purpose. God, it's all about you and not about us, Lord God. We put you first in every single thing. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Listen, thanks so much for tuning in to A Greater Story with Sam Collier. My name's Sam Collier, and this is the incredible 1K Phew, preaching the street gospel. Make sure you go get his new album, What's Understood. We're going to end this a little bit different. We're going to play 2 songs. We're going to play Ali, and then you're going to hear Pain. You gotta hear it. I know we got some videos coming soon. I won't tell them which one.
Videos coming soon.
We'll see you next time. Remember this: when your story connects to God's story, it leads to
a greater story.
Oh!
Bars.